Maximilian, Werner, Baumann, in front of my family and friends. I am here to commit myself as a wife.
I love you, baby, and I hope it holds forever. I know it holds forever, not only one life. Because I met you before.
One day I'll have a wedding here. And today it is happening. I'm happy that you got your man. It's good to have a man around. They are good people. So I know Max loves you.
He proposed outside 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven, outside 7-Eleven in the car, in the parking. That's where he proposed. In the middle of us trying to solve other bigger problems we had. I gave him back the ring few weeks maybe, or a few months later, and I asked him to do it properly, and even sent videos like, this is how men propose, please do it like how the other men are doing it, please do it like that.
I was very good in it.
She gave him back the ring, not once, but she literally handed it back and said, do it properly, sent him videos, tutorial videos on how to propose. And what did he do the second time? Put it on the wrong finger.
And in the same time, I look at him and he takes his ring and he also puts it on the index finger. And then he gets on the hammock and we all sit like this. Like, what is this? So of course he was intoxicated. There was a bit of drinking involved before this.
And somehow, that's the couple that decided they were meant for each other in every lifetime.
You will become one. So there is nothing that I'm holding back. But I just pray that you will succeed, give her a better life, if possible, more than what I have done. So I speak blessings to both of you. May the Lord God that I serve keep you, bless you, and bless this marriage. In Jesus' name, amen.
If we were to go back in time, if you could change the hands of time and go back to the beginning.
She was born in Kenya. He was born in Germany. They ended up on a tiny island in Thailand, fell in love in 3 days, launched a fashion brand, planned a wedding, and nearly lost their minds doing all of it at the same time.
With family and friends, this was well accepted. But when it comes to just a society, like in our time in Kenya, walking around the streets, he would think he's having the time of his life, and I would get the meanest comments from people in Swahili.
This is the story of Tiffany Wangui Nzai and Maximilian, two people from completely different sides of the world who ended up on a small island in Thailand and somehow found each other, and then never left. Not the island, not each other.
I bless you with the whole of my heart that you will succeed, that your marriage will work, that the Lord will bless this marriage, will give you children. Max Tiffany is my only daughter.
For children, as of now, I have none. And you?
I have a son from my previous relationship.
Yeah, and do you plan to have more kids?
Koh Phangan, a small, breathtaking island in southern Thailand, known for its full moon parties, jungle roads, and the kind of sunsets that make you question every life decision that didn't bring you here sooner. This is where Tiffany Wangari, a Kenyan woman with a laugh that fills a room, and Maximilian, a tattooed German photographer, decided to call home. They didn't plan it this way, but the best love stories never follow a plan.
We start?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Tiffany Wangui from Kenya, and this is
Maximilian Baumann from Germany.
And together we live in
Koh Phangan.
Yes, Koh Phangan, Thailand. This is a lovely, beautiful, magical island, and we are happy to call it home. Yeah?
Our new home.
Our new home. I have been here for about 3 years, and you?
Over 4. At the time, over 4 years, yeah.
Over 4 years, yeah. And together in this island, we've been together about 2 years.
2 years.
Yes, about 2 years. So we met here. You want to give the story of how we met?
Have we found each other on a dating app?
Yeah, and then?
On the next day, we make the meeting on a festival.
No, hold up. We matched on a dating app in around April, but for some reason I was not okay with the long messages that I had received, and I didn't really respond. And I also had issues with my app. It kept on deactivating itself. So by the time we actually got to talk, it was in July.
Yeah.
So fast messages were in April, but no communication until July. Yeah.
Then finally?
Yeah, then we went for a festival. He was a photographer, and it was strange just being backstage, watching everyone having something to do and me just being there. And then that was just the night. And then the next day we met.
In a beach restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
Beach and the restaurant together,
yeah. Yeah, it was
we
good.
spent it the whole day.
A whole 12 hours.
Talking.
A whole 12 hours together, talking. And I guess it was this point for me that I realized he's not as strange as I thought he was in April when I saw his messages. He wasn't as strange as I thought he was. Yeah, and yeah, that opened up to 2-3 more dates. Yeah, and then
we never left.
And we never left.
Now, here's what makes their love story different from the kind you see in movies. There was no single lightning bolt moment, no dramatic scene where the music swells and someone realizes they're in love while standing in the rain.
When did we realize we were in love? For me, I don't think there was ever one moment, day that I felt, now I'm in love. It was more of gradually growing from one day to the other. The more I spent time with him, the more I figured out we have so many things in common, mostly virtues, like what is right and what is wrong. We both had the same stand for this. And also compatibility in the houses, like this one likes things done in this certain way. And we all tend to agree on such things.
Organized, clean.
Yeah. Everything. Like when we make trips, we all unpack. When we come back from trips, we all unpack our bags on the same day. Yeah.
Yes.
We always unpack on the same day. When we do laundry, we arrange and put everything away around the same time. So we always had the same idea of how a household should run. And that makes it so much easy. And also the fact that we don't have titles for this is a woman's job, this is a man's job, right?
Yeah, there are old behaviors and I never agreed to it. And for me, a man also have to do a lot of in the house or in life, and I love to do some things like cleaning and organizing. And this is why this shows a woman respect. And for me, a woman have more word as to be a household. And I think this match very great.
Yeah. So everyone just does what fits for them. I get to go to work and come back and do what I feel I want to do, and he gets to work and do what he thinks he feels best doing. And it's just that compatibility. That compatibility slowly led to realizing you want to spend a lifetime with this person. Yeah.
Yes, I fully agree.
Okay. Who said I love you first?
I think it was me.
Yes, that's very true. On the third date. Interesting. Yes, on the third date. This is what happened. We were having a conversation. It was at a party and we were outside the party and we were having a conversation. And I told him in Swahili, we don't have the word like. It's either you love something, penda, or you don't love it. There's no the word like to express that you don't actually love something, you're just on the way to loving it. We don't have that. And I think this sunk deep because in this day you said I love you.
Yes.
So yeah, and it's been the foundation. We've said this word to each other every single day. From family, I think from my side, the reaction was good. And they were just a little bit worried that, oh, this is someone outside our culture. They don't value, as for my mom, she really felt they don't value marriage as much as we do. They probably don't want to get married that fast. They want to just live together and move on. And for me, coming from a Christian family and an African family, we have steps that we follow when we are getting into relationships. So my family kind of felt this will not be followed and I will break out of it, which I kind of didn't. Still tried and followed the same patterns. But yeah, that was the greatest concern. And once they knew what kind of a person he is and his intentions for me, they were open to see what this could hold.
I break every time out of systems, but yeah, my family accepted it. And once we really decided to stay forever together and also communicated more, in this moment they also started to be interested and want to know more. And it's also something new. Sure, it's also out of the culture, but we are open culture and we try not to have any old behaviors. And yeah, they take it very nice,
Positively.
very positive. Yeah.
Yeah, so for family, I guess it's been okay. But for society, I'd say with family and friends, this was well accepted. But when it comes to just the society, like in our time in Kenya, walking around the streets, he would think he's having the time of his life, and I would get the meanest comments from people in Swahili. Like one person would ask for money and I'll say no, and I would get crazy insults at like, why won't you share his money with us, you mean woman, you want to just have it all to yourself? And every day I'd come across such comments or even messages, send me money, and I say, why should I send you money? And someone responds, I don't know, maybe for lunch, for something, I could use it. And everyone just assumes you now have a money tree and you should pluck enough for every one of us. And this is a bit sad.
So for me, it was very great part of holiday, of our vacation.
Yeah, he didn't get to see much of this or understand.
I get very much respect.
Biggest cultural difference. We've not had so many, but the little small things like language barrier. For me, English and Swahili has been my language all through. And for Max, it's German. Yes, yeah. And because for me, I've spoken English and Swahili all through. Sometimes I maybe move too fast with my words, and this is too much for his brain.
Some small things.
Yeah, and maybe sometimes the words, the weight in the words, sometimes the weight I put into the words he does not, and sometimes the weight he puts in the words I don't get it. And this can bring a lot of miscommunication, misunderstanding, but we've learned to realize that sometimes we don't mean exactly what is said, and sometimes we take time to break it down and try and understand what the other person meant by their choice of words.
We realize it faster and faster.
Yes. Now we spot it very fast now that maybe that could be an issue with language barrier, and then we break it down. So of course now it's getting better.
There should be not any more issue because we want to understand each other.
Yeah. Also that helps, wanting to understand each other.
We decided to live forever together, so
that
it shouldn't be a problem in the future.
It's not. Maybe another cultural difference would be in their culture, they wait for each other when they're eating, yes? And for us, we don't have to wait for each other. Whoever is hungry can eat. So it might seem rude if I start before, but we don't do that anymore. We share every meal at the same time.
I lie it down, or we lie it down, because it's an old thing and it's not anymore useful in the culture, you know. So many different societies start fast.
Yeah. What has been the hardest? I would say the hardest thing has been mixing business and marriage, from a very early stage. Because, okay, mixing business and marriage is one hell of a big thing, but also mixing business and marriage all around the same time, it makes it double crazy. That has probably been one of the craziest decisions we ever made, but still has brought us closer, because we started a fashion brand. It's what we're wearing. And in the same time that we were about to launch our first collections was also the same time we were having our African wedding. And the gap between the two was maybe a week or two. And that was crazy. That was probably, if we didn't kill each other then there's no way we're going to be killing each other anytime in this life.
We're alive.
Yeah, we made it. That was like the craziest time.
Yeah.
But the beauty of it is in every fight, we always just knew that this has to work. We've tested it. We've figured out we're best fit for each other. So it's just now figuring out this crazy moment now. But I feel like we both always knew that the future is secure. We will be there. We will be there together. We just need to figure out how to maneuver now.
We have the clear picture, and we also choose each other because we are both hardworking, And for this decision, it will work over time.
Yeah.
We just need to be patient and go on and focus.
Yeah.
And love each other.
Yeah.
Without doubts and worries.
Yeah. So I would say the fact that we've always had a picture of what we will be in the future together has made us stronger and helped us to overcome every fight and challenge, because we have a picture of what the future looks like.
Very clear.
Very clear.
There's something else worth talking about: the way people see them in public. Maximilian loves the attention, the bold African prints, the interracial couple dynamic, his tattoos, the way they carry themselves. He thrives in the spotlight. He sees someone staring and apparently thinks, perfect time to kiss my wife.
Positive side, what we love about being an interracial couple. You love the attention, don't you?
I loved all the time attention. See in my tattoos.
He loves attention, so this is such a big win for him. For me, it's made me a bit uncomfortable sometimes. Mostly with like culture difference, we don't hold hands and show public display of affection so much where I come from. And for him, once he sees the attention, he will turn and think it's time to kiss now. And this is the moment I literally want to run away. And this is the time he wants to shine in the spotlight. And also with the African clothes, since we started the fashion brand, we get to put on the clothes all the time. And this is new where we live because it's African wax cotton, it's strong colors, bold colors. So it's not something people are used to. So that's attention. And then the interracial couple, it's attention. And then him having all these tattoos on his body is attention. So it's triple the attention, and it's good, but
special.
Maybe too much for me sometimes, but he shines in it. He loves it.
People get more and more confidence. We shine.
Yeah.
And sure, it's something special to be an interracial or intercultural couple. And we see something special in it. And this is why I think also other people see something special in us. And yeah, we see similar patterns. Also, we motivate some people.
Yeah.
We motivate couples.
Yeah, sometimes the closeness, because we've spent like forever together. I think we've done more than 365 days of being together almost 24/7. Yeah?
Yes, this is why we also understand each other in a very short time better than other couples living, working. They need 4 years almost to spend the same time together.
The same amount of time, together.
And this is why, because we are so close, this attracts a lot of other couples to be close again.
Yeah, it sort of motivates people to get back into the closeness when they see how together we are literally all the time. We spend so much time together that we wake up always at the same time every single morning, and we go to bed together always at the same time every single night. And sometimes in the morning when I'm going to work, most times he will drive me to work, because that 10 minutes of driving on my own, it's
We
just
can
so
be
much
together.
time to be alone, and we could spend it together. And also because I'll be away at work for like 4 hours a day, so it's nice to just get whatever we can get out of it. And sometimes he comes to my workplace, so it's that close, so it is something.
We
And
go
sometimes it motivates people.
Everywhere together.
Everywhere, we literally go everywhere together. Yeah.
Agree.
Future children and future plans and what we share together. For children, as of now, I have none. And you?
I have a son from my previous relationship.
Yeah. And do you plan to have more kids?
I think it's in the nature of a man, a part of the
To have
mind.
more? Yeah, we are still discussing this.
Sure, we are working. We want to have a clear, safe future. So this is out of the mind, but a little bit apart is every time
Yeah.
present.
We're working on this. Children are a blessing, but I also believe that children just don't have to come from you. They just have to pass through you. And I'm currently working with children at my workplace, and it's a gift for me. And that's, for me, that means a lot. It's not always about having to give birth to the kids. It's just the moments I spend with them and the impact I have in their lives in that moment that I'm with them. That's what really matters. But if in this life we get to be stable enough in a way that I can give full focus to one child, or rather to my own kids, then we could have more. But as of now, I'm happy that I get to share other people's children. You know, they get to share their children with me. And in my moment that I have them, I'm happy that I get to make an impact in their life. And that's a big deal for me.
You do something great, very beautiful and very great. You
Thank you.
prepare them for the future.
Yes.
And
All right.
Yeah.
Maximilian, Werner, Baumans, in front of my family and friends, I am here to commit myself as a wife to you. And I've thought about it before making that decision. And I believe I'm in safe hands with you. You are loving, you're kind, you're really sweet. And I want to thank you for the beautiful days you've given me. You've made me stronger, bolder, happier, more confident, and even more beautiful. Thank you for covering me in the best of everything. Best of everything that you could lay your hands and eyes on. And I'm forever grateful. And I'm ready to submit to you as my husband. Thank you.
And their advice to other couples, especially interracial or intercultural ones. Tiffany's mother says it best.
Advice for other interracial couples, or rather just couples in general. I'd say something that my mom keeps on repeating, and she says houses are not built the same way. So you cannot copy and paste what's working in one relationship and paste it in another relationship. It doesn't work like that. So that's pretty much the advice, that find what works for you, find what works in your relationship, in your marriage, and make it work. Yeah, make it work. And honesty and being an open book to each other solves a lot of things, you know. There's making sure there's no moments of doubts where your partner will wonder, would she do something like that? Would he ever do something like that? I think for us, we've tried to...
be honest,
Yeah.
open,
Yeah,
share everything with each other, try to understand each other, love each other, believe in each other, have the clear picture from the future, take care of other advices from
You receive-
singles, from
Single.
singles.
It can come from anyone, single, married, anyone.
Yeah, sometimes you need to choose a bit.
Yeah, pick what works for you,
friends
because houses are not built the same way. So just pick what works for you. You guys know yourself best, you know.
The world can be hard, and you should believe in yourself, yes.
Yeah.
When asked if they'd choose each other again, if they could go back to the very beginning and do it all over, Maximilian answers immediately, yes, because I know you already. Tiffany says the same, but adds something layered and real.
If we were to go back in time, if you could change the hands of time and go back to the beginning,
Yes?
would you choose me again?
Yes,
Why? Why would you do that?
because I know you already.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'd say the same. I'd pick the same person, him, because we've gotten to a point where we know each other so much that I don't think I want to invest that much time and effort again elsewhere.
But we said already on day one, we feel we know each other already.
Yeah, we actually
is
true.
why-
Yeah, we did say this from the first days that we felt like we've known each other beyond this knowing that we just started. Then it felt like our relationship has been there before in another life, because everything just was so effortless. We hardly ever argue or fight over little things, like how you want things done in the house, how you want. All these things just flow naturally. I want it done this way, and apparently that's exactly how he does it. And he wants something done in a certain way, and for some reason that's exactly how I do it. So it feels like we've worked on this compatibility before, maybe in a previous world, and for that reason we would just keep the cycle going, pick each other over and over again in every life. Yeah,
Because it works.
because it works. It's better that way.
I'm not the best in speaking, but I found what I ever searched for. I love you, baby. You are the greatest thing I ever found on earth. I never experienced this love before in my life. We are on the exactly same level, and I not want to make her smaller, bigger all the time, but we are on the perfect same level, and we are best friends, and I know exactly it holds forever because I really deep fix it in my mind. There's nothing else what I want more on this planet. And I can be only happy when she is happy, and it's my most work to make her all day happy. I have my eyes only on you, baby. We create our world together. Forever. I want to marry you again. So many times as possible. I love you, baby, and I hope it holds forever. I know it holds forever. Not only one life. Because I met you before. We meet each other, sorry. Now I get emotional. We meet each other and one day and we can't leave each other. You want to be my wife, baby? Forever? Me too. I'm your wife. I love you, honey.
They've been living on Koh Phangan together for about 2 years now. Maximilian has been on the island for over 4 years, Tiffany for about 3. And in those 2 years together, they have done something that most couples wouldn't dare attempt. They started a business and planned a wedding at the same time, a fashion brand. The clothes they wear in their videos, the bold African cotton, the strong colors, the prints that make people stop and stare. That's their brand, their shared creation, their dream made tangible. And the launch of their first collection? It happened within a week or 2 of their African wedding ceremony.
Funny.
Funniest moment. You want me to talk about the engagement? Okay.
Singapore?
Story. No, engagement. We have so many strange stories. Very, very many. Some we need a lawyer before we get to express them. But one of the funniest, and it's just funny now, in that moment it wasn't funny, was engagement. So, first engagement, we've had 2. We tried 2 times. The first time, He proposed outside 7-Eleven. The store, you know, the store in
No.
Asia, Thailand, 7-Eleven, outside 7-Eleven in the car, in the parking. That's where he proposed, in the middle of us trying to solve other bigger problems we had. So that was very strange, yeah, and very unplanned for. But it was still cute because he took his moment and didn't want to take his chances of losing this beautiful lady.
Never want to lose you.
And here's the funny thing. So I gave him back the ring few weeks maybe, or a few months later, and I asked him to do it properly, and even sent videos like, this is how men propose, please do it like how the other men are doing it, please do it like that.
I was
And
very good in it.
he surprised me. If it's surprise I was looking for, I got a surprise. This is what happened. We had to hang out. We had at a resort, and we were just hanging on the hammock in the evening. We had with my mom. Yeah, we had kind of a gentle party, and then after it, we were just on the hammock. It's around 10, 11 in the night, and one of our friends is just seated next to us, and he goes back into the room.
I brought the rings.
And brings out a ring, mine, and he is this, and I think this. Brings out the rings out, and he takes the ring and puts it in my index finger. That time it was a bit bigger, the sizing was a bit bigger. And he takes the ring and he puts it on my index finger. And I wonder, of course I'm shocked because the ring is out, but I'm wondering, why would you do that? Is this supposed to be a joke? Is it a sign from the universe? And in the same time, I look at him and he takes his ring and he also puts it on the index finger. And then he gets on the hammock and we all sit like this. Like, what is this? So of course he was intoxicated. There was a bit of drinking involved before this, and that was the last chance. I didn't give him a chance to try another proposal. I don't think I can trust him with that. So we just accepted and moved on. So that's the funniest moment. You want to explain why you did this?
I have no answer for it.
That's just it.
But it's a story.
It's a story.
Okay.
From a dating app in April, to silence for 3 months, to 12 hours on a beach in July, to a fashion brand, an African wedding, a ring placed on the wrong finger by a slightly tipsy German man on a hammock in Thailand, and a Kenyan woman who decided that was good enough. Tiffany and Maximilian are not a perfect love story. They're better than that. They're a real one. If this story moved you, made you smile, or reminded you of someone you love, hit that like button. It genuinely helps more people find stories like this one. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next one. We share real love stories from real people all over the world. Share this video with someone who needs to believe in love today. Drop a comment below. Tell us what part of their story hit you the hardest. And if you want to go deeper, join our YouTube membership for exclusive content, early access, and a community of people who believe that love in all its forms is always worth celebrating. See you in the next one.
That's just it.
But it's a story.
It's a story.
Okay.